Hey guys, Ralph from Ralph Reviews here, back at it again to review this new Netflix show. It's called Stranger Things. It just premiered, I believe, on Friday. But this show wasn't really on my radar. I heard about it on Facebook and Twitter. I talk about film a lot on social media, and honestly, I had to check it out because everyone in my mind, everyone was talking about it, so I had to see it. But I can say this show is honestly fantastic. I was really excited to talk about it in this video because this show is a nice throwback. It wasn't. Netflix honestly they've done a fantastic job so far with all they've done. Daredevil, House of Cards, Jessica Jones. That show I think it was called Love. It came out earlier this year, but Netflix has done a great job so far with what they've done. But honestly, I did not expect to love this show as much as I did. One of the great things about it is it's kind of a throwback to the '80s. Spielberg, kind of a J.J. Abrams vibe. But honestly, this is fantastic. Now, the first thing I'm gonna talk about is the acting in this show. It's fantastic. It has really good child actors. All the actors in general, they're really well casted. They're spot on, and I didn't expect the child actors to do as well as they did because this show has some of the best child acting I have ever seen in my life, and that's saying a lot because I've seen a lot of good child films. That sounds weird, but yeah. The second thing I want to talk about is the score. I believe that this show has one of the best scores out there on Netflix in terms of their TV shows. What it did really well was it added suspense and horror in the scenes where it required that. It really added and it made it more thrilling. And it's always good to have a good score. And I think having good music in film and TV is underrated because if you watch films like Jurassic Park and Star Wars and even Indiana Jones, if you don't have John Williams doing the score for those films, they're not the same. They don't have the same impact, the same emotional impact they do. But the third thing I want to talk about is the monster in this film. Now, this this show has a monster. I forgot the name of it, but what it did really well was the show used it sparingly. It didn't have to feel like it didn't feel the need to show it every 5 minutes. But when it did show it, it was used so well, and it had more of an impact when the monster was creeping on our cast and characters. It did really well. But for some negatives, there were a couple of decisions that I felt weren't necessary that didn't really make it much sense. But other than that, I love this show and I would highly recommend checking it out. I'm gonna give it a, let's say, 8.9 out of 10. Honestly, I love this show and I would highly recommend checking it out. But thank you for watching. I would appreciate it if you followed me on Twitter at Ralph Lenardic. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. But thanks for watching, and I'll check you later.